for just being an exhibition match, Noukin vs. Souwa was super intense. I really did not expect to be as invested as I was, and this episode especially had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. What's up, y'all? It's your man, That Dude, bringing you guys another video. I'm giving out subscriptions down below, so if you like Burning Kabaddi, I review every episode, and I talk about other anime too. You don't want to miss anything, so go hit that button. Also, if you would, smash that thumbs up while you're down there. Something that is pretty minor, but that I have really enjoyed about the last few episodes is the presence of the soccer coach and the soccer team at the match between Noukin and Souwa, and they're there in an effort to recruit Tatsuya. They want Tatsuya to see them there and know that they're really interested in him joining the soccer team. But I love the way the show has used their presence, and that is, it has pretty much used them as a means to deliver exposition. Exposition is one of those things that we all like to bemoan and say we don't like, but we recognize that you need a certain amount of it, just not too much. And I think the way the show has used, especially the soccer coach, is just genius, because it makes it so that while they are learning the rules of Kabaddi, we are also learning the rules of Kabaddi. And so instead of just having like a narrator or something like that give us the rules, we have these little scenes here and there where the coach is reading through a rule book and explaining the rules of Kabaddi to his team, and we get to learn as they learn. And I think that's a little more fun and a little more engaging of a way to get exposition than just having a narrator or one of the characters have like an inner monologue or something like that. I think this is a much better way of doing it. It can be a little funny. We get to see their reactions while they're learning stuff, and I just like the way this show has done that. I think it's pretty creative. I don't think it's like the first time it's ever been done or anything like that. I haven't watched every anime ever, so I can't make that kind of claim. But as far as the anime I've seen, I can't off the top of my head think of another show that's done it quite like this. And so I gotta give Burning Kabaddi credit for the way they did it, especially in these last few episodes. I found it to be pretty creative, fun, and engaging, and all around just about the most enjoyable way that you can get exposition. Episode 6 of Burning Kabaddi was really all about Masato entering the match and straight up dominating everyone else. He came in and just showed right away that he was the best player in the match, and he just dominated. That's all he really did. He just showed everyone that they weren't on his level. But episode 7 really reminds us that while Tatsuya isn't quite on the level of someone like Takeya, and he damn sure isn't on Masato's level, he is still a prodigious talent, and he really came through when his team needed him the most. And I thought that this episode was a big moment of, I don't want to say growth, but maybe development for his character, because in the past, in the flashbacks we've seen where Tatsuya was playing soccer, he's accustomed to being the most talented player on his team, and he hated having to rely on his lesser talented teammates. But in this episode, he was put in a position where he was the lesser talented teammate. He is the teammate who isn't nearly as good as the ace of the team, and Masato came to him and asked Tatsuya to, like, in this moment, I need you to come through for the team. And Tatsuya delivered. And that is a new situation for him that he's never been in. He's never been the lesser talented teammate who was then called upon and had to rise to the occasion and deliver. But he did that. He met the situation, he met the occasion, and he didn't buckle under the pressure. He delivered for his team, and I just think that's a big moment of growth for his character. Noukin vs. Souwa was all around just a great match. It really gets me excited for how great this anime can be in the future when more teams are introduced and the stakes are even higher. But there was something that kind of gave me cause for concern, and that is the way Shinji and Kyohei were used. Now, this was the first match in the show, and there's only but so much room for other characters to shine when you have Masato, Tatsuya, Takeya, and Rokugan taking up the majority of the screen time. But we saw that even Kei got in towards the end of this episode and had his moment to shine, and we didn't get that from either Shinji or Kyohei, even though there were moments in the past few episodes where they really should have been able to contribute to the team effort and contribute to winning, and they didn't do that. The few times Rokugan came into raid, I thought for sure, like, this is the moment right here where you need Shinji and Kyohei to come through and come in and make a really good tackle and get Rokugan down, and they didn't do that. I don't think they really even attempted to go after Rokugan that much. And even in the last scene of this episode, it was like a total team effort to get Rokugan down, and the whole time I was just thinking, what's the point of having these beefed up motherfuckers like Shinji and Kyohei if they aren't going to come through at moments where you need to take someone down who's really big and strong? You would think that is what they are best suited for, to come in and tackle someone who is as big and strong as them in Rokugan. Like, especially Shinji, maybe Kyohei because he's more of a tweener between someone who has a little bit of speed but also kind of has some muscle to him and some strength. But like Shinji, like if you were not going to come through in the moments like this and tackle someone like Rokugan, what are you there for? Like it's just, I just assumed in those moments where Rokugan was coming through trying to raid, that they would have their moment to shine and that they would show that they are contributing members of the team. But we didn't get that. Now again, it's only the first match, and again there wasn't much screen time or much room for other characters to shine when the characters I mentioned were getting most of the screen time. So I don't think this is a big deal right now. Even though Noukin lost the match, they put up a damn good fight against a team in Souwa who is more talented and more experienced than they are. So you got to give the team some credit for that. And it really did give you hope for what this team could be in the future when they, get some more matches under the belt, and then they get to the tournament. You will have a more experienced Tatsuya, and then you'll have a more experienced Azamichi, who was his first experience playing an actual match against another team, and so he got that experience for him. That's very valuable. And hopefully by that time, Shinji and Kyohei will have more defiant roles on the team where they contribute a little more. Also, I do want to see more from Kei, because even though he had that moment at the very end of this episode where he grabbed onto Rokugan's arm, that was about it for all he did. And so we know that Kei is super smart, and he's kind of like the team strategist. I want to see him contribute more during the actual matches. And so the team has a lot of room to grow. Like Masato is already like god level as far as Kabaddi, but everyone else has room where they can grow and room where they can, build their roles on the team and become more contributing parts of the team. And hopefully the team will win more going forward, and a few more matches before they get to the tournament and then win the tournament. I hope that is the direction the show is going in. Although I'm not opposed to the kind of show where the team battles and battles and battles and they get to like that big pivotal game and then they lose. I kind of like that kind of stuff, because it is a deviation from what you typically get, and not even it's like sports anime, just like sports TV shows, movies in general, where the team that your main characters are on pretty much always wins. I kind of like when the show or movie, whatever, throws your curveball in, but we are a ways off from that. That's all I have for you in this one, guys. If you enjoyed this video, go hit that thumbs up, and if you are so inclined, subscribe and share. It would help me out a lot. If you didn't like the video, or if you disagree with anything I said, let me know why in the comments. We could talk about it. I respond to almost everything. Also, feel free to follow and hit me up on Twitter @DadDoAnime, and I'll see you guys in the next one.